So, I don't know who thought it would be a good idea, a balanced game, to have the Mulcharmys legal at the same time Maxx C is. But anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to try and win in turn 0 with this deck. So it's the first duel. I'm not expecting to win this one, but I'm getting used to my deck. So it's the first duel, and I don't really know what to expect. The first couple of duels are just me getting used to my deck, you know, seeing how I draw, seeing if I brick, seeing what my opponent's currently playing. Luckily, I'm going up against Trickstars, which is a deck I know pretty well, so I might be able to get a couple of summons. I've got the, I think, Maxx C and Fualos, I'm going to get these names wrong quite often, off, so I should be getting draws, but my opponent doesn't special summon, which is a problem. Yeah, so it's turn 2, I've already lost my challenge, so I'm just going to scoop now. Okay, so it's duel number 2 now, and you know what? It's not a bad hand, but actually, on second thought, it's actually a pretty poor hand. Like, I would give this hand maybe a 3 out of 10 for what I needed to do. I'm just going to scoop now at this point. I have just been losing duel after duel after duel. Here was a pretty good one, which kind of, I don't know how to explain. It was like a proof of concept. I realized, I think, like every 40 duels, I do get a chance to special summon loads of monsters. So just look how much they're summoning. So, like after drawing the 10th card, I realized this should be possible to win. It's just really, really difficult to get into this situation. Just man, look at my hand right now. Again, I've gotten really unlucky with drawing Exodia. Well, I would need to work out the odds, but essentially, you have to realize you're not playing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh properly, so you've got to do certain things, you know, like not hit activations, and yeah, let's just watch a bit longer. If this is long for you watching, imagine what it was for me playing. Yep, come on, don't activate. Come on, nib. I think I got like, what, 12, 15 cards? So yeah, not too bad. So, after play testing this deck for about 20 to 30 duels, I have realized there are like 5 to 6 unique problems, and let me walk you through what they are and how we're going to get past them. Problem 1, the coin flip. I mean, there is literally nothing I can do at this point about a coin flip. Half the time I'm going to win, half the time they're going to win. If I'm lucky when they win, they let me go second, but you can't really bank on that, so yeah, I guess you just have to brute force it. Anytime I'm going first, well, I just scoop because I've already lost, you know? So that doesn't matter how good my hand is at that point. Problem 2, I bricked. So I didn't realize that Master Duel had this function where you can simulate drawing 5 cards. Let's have a look at a few right now. This is, it's not a brick, but it's not good. This is actually a good. This is a very good hand. This is basically a brick. You've lost. This is basically a brick. You've lost. This is not a brick, but it's not good either. You kind of get the gist as we go along. Let's just take 5 and like really unpack this. Okay, so initially this looks like a pretty decent hand to me. I've got some options. I can definitely play this. I'm gonna rate this like a 6 out of 10, maybe a 5 out of 10. We get the Purali off, the Fualos off, and my opponent, when they're waiting, they probably have something, and then I'm in trouble. Yep. They activate this, and then I think it's pretty much a game over at this point for me. Let's go to the whiteboard now to break it down. Okay, so, well, I said initially I thought this hand was a 6 out of 10, and I stand by this. I've got 1 draw card. I've got a Maxx C. Sorry, I've got a Ash Blossom. Honestly, I don't need Ash. It's a dead card in my deck because I can't really stop my opponent. Well, I shouldn't in the beginning. And I've also got 1 Psy Frame card. Now, what I've noticed is with these Psy Frame cards, you kind of have to let your opponent start comboing lines. Because if you stop them, So they're gonna do option number 1, that leads number 2, that leads number 3, that leads number 4. 4 can go into A, 4 can go into B, 4 can go into C. Like imagine a branded play. If you hit Ash at number 2, which I think is Jester, you stop the play. That's the correct place. But you don't want to Ash them. You need them to play cards. So you kind of can't use your hand traps like this. Anyway, what's good about this is I've got like 3 options. So in theory, what you could do is play this to bait out the Ash. That might work because it will stop activation and it will search one side frame driver. But the bad news is if you do this, it will put a monster on the field. Therefore, you can't special summon with the Mulcharmys. So you'd have to chain this straight away, go and chain this straight after, and you can only then play Maxx C after that. Anyway, I decide not to go with the side frame driver just yet. Let's just do a Fualos, and then my opponent chains Herald of Orange Light. At that point, it's game over. Can't do much about this. But this was at least a playable hand for this duel. Again, I would say this is a playable hand. I can at least get something done. I've got multiple options and I can thin my deck. I'd prefer a Maxx C, but hey, this gives me, you know, some ability. I choose to hit the spell card and stop it, which is not the worst thing to do. Then I Cypherave Driver the Maxx C. In hindsight, I should probably not do that to give my opponent more cards to play. That's a lesson I learned the long way, because even though I actually quite like this board, this is not a board to get Exodia out, you know? So kind of gotta not negate until you're sure they can keep playing through that line. Okay, so this hand right now, looking back on it, I don't think it's a 5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10. I'd say for what I'm doing, it's probably like a 5.5 out of 10. Like, I've got one Mulcharmy that can play, so I can do some stuff, and I've got a couple of other options here. So you see my opponent plays his trap tricks, and he takes out a field spell card. I then activate one of my side frame gammas here, which will negate his effect, and also brings out a side frame from deck. So I've got like one less card in deck, which is nice. But the problem is, I destroy his spell card. I also negate his Maxx C, so he can't draw more cards. And I bring out 1, 2, 3, 4 monsters, which is actually pretty good as a board. But when you're trying to summon Exodia, I've almost done the opposite now. Because in theory, I'd want to bring out just 2 of these and have my opponent get 2 more cards and keep comboing. Because right now, I've kind of, you know, ended my line, which doesn't really work out well for me, you know. So, I've got 4 unique problems, and I think I know the solution to all of these. Problem 1 going first. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to brute force. I'm just going to keep playing until I go second. Problem number 2. I'm bricking. Once again, I'm just going to brute force. Now, problem number 3. I can't brute force. Well, I can, but it's not smart to do. So basically, I have to always play Maxx C last. Always try and force your opponent to hit your first Thunder Dragon or your first Mulcharmy. And problem number 4, same thing with the side driver mills. As I said, you gotta hold back on every instinct to negate. You almost have to know when to negate, so you don't negate. So wait for them to start playing, and then start milling your deck out. I think if we follow these 4 rules and just keep going for duels after duels after duels, we should get Exodia one time. Okay, duel 1, let's see how this goes. Pretty good so far, pretty good. Yeah, this is no good, game over. Duel number 2, okay. Good hand, come on, let's get something going. Okay, what am I gonna do with this? Game over as well. Yeah. Duel number 3 now. Okay, this should be better. Okay, this is playable. Come on, let's do something. Let's see something. Okay, yep, we've got something. It's gonna work, it's gonna work, it's gonna work, it's gonna work. You gotta remember, I've sped this up to 400 times speed minimum. But okay, let's go. Keep going, keep going. Oh god, come on man, summon more.
Can't even summon without
I
giving
hate this card so much.
Graveyards fill, yet the thrill is missed. Dueling spirit lost, feel that twist. Maxx C drop, now it's
I will
all
say
dismay.
I was dueling a lot. Like, I mean a lot. You know? Didn't really work out how I thought it would, you know? A lot of duels.
Takes the joy away. Takes the joy away.
So like every 8 duels in a row, or maybe 10, you would get like one of these hands where you think, okay, this might actually happen. I've got off the Maxx C, I've got off one of the Mulcharmys. This is looking good. Okay, my opponent's playing, and I've got the ability to summon a Bestial now. I can maybe side frame, I can multi-phasm dragon. This is looking really good, you know. You just stick through enough poor duels like you did earlier, and then you get to this. It looks so close, but at the same time, yeah. Come on, a bit more. I got 3 Ashes, 2 Ghost Spells, I got 1 Nib, yep, and my opponent stopped, so, you know, almost. Back to the grind. Yeah, this is the grind, and honestly, it is not fun.
Maxx C's reign takes the joy away.
Listen, you're grinding for what feels like forever, and then all of a sudden, the duel just turns your way, and things work out. I mean, my opponent's playing Maxx, so I know they're going to summon loads of cards for no reason, and this is sped up by 600%, so just enjoy the show, because, oh, the sense of relief I had. I mean, it took 100 duels, but we finally got there. I am definitely going to save this replay and show as many people as possibly can because, you know, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. But there's only one thing left to do. Say thank you to Maxx C and cue the outro.
Six frame. Deck stack tight, but here comes the fall. Maxx C in the hand, game changing call. Draw power, infinite, it's a broken tail. Turn 1, turn 2, duels growing pale. Chain link, can't even breathe. Maxx C hits the table, opponent can't leave. Flood the board, hold back, ain't no fun. Games decided quick, duels already done. Maxx C drop, now it's all dismay. Ultimate troll wrecks the whole day. From combos to bricks, can't even play. Maxx C's reign takes the joy away. Synchro exercise, ill strategies dry. Drawn to oblivion, 1 card high. Main phase locked, creativity dies. Maxx C's curse, games breaking ties. Extra deck swamp options run thin. can't even summon without giving in. Graveyards fill, yet the thrill is missed. Dueling spirit lost, feel that twist. Maxx C drop, now it's all display. Ultimate troll wrecks the whole day. From combos to bricks, can't even play. Maxx C's reign takes the joy away. 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 Yeah. Takes the joy away.